alley-oop over to Benezza. Second, what a feed to Anthony, gets it to go.
At the free throw line, splash.
Oh!
Hello and welcome in to the Max Stone Athletic Center for today's matchup between the Ramaz Rams and the Magen David Warriors. I'm Charlie Bentham, alongside me, the always wonderful Akiva Earlbaum. Akiva, how you doing today?
Charlie, I'm doing great. Very excited to be here alongside someone who many consider to be the creme de la creme of Jewish sports announcers. So I'm very excited for this opportunity.
I appreciate that. But let's get right into it. These two teams had a lot to do this past weekend when we talk about championship of the Yeshiva League. Talk on that a little bit.
Absolutely, Charlie. These two teams both had some heavy representation here back on Sunday for the championship, right? Magen David had their junior varsity team facing up against North Shore, and it kind of fell through the cracks for them, right? They kind of had that sense that they were going to win, and then North Shore came back fighting, and they still want to win that championship. They're in hot pursuit. Ramaz, on the other hand, thought that they were going to lose maybe in the third quarter, and then they gained that sense of confidence. They clawed their way back into that game and managed to beat SAR in spectacular fashion. So a lot going on today, a lot to look out for.
All right, so let's go back into Ramaz, right? Ramaz had a crazy playoff run. What did it take for them to win that championship?
It took a lot of heart, and it took a lot of confidence and faith in their abilities, right? Ramaz is a team that was undermanned. They didn't have as much talent on paper as SAR did, but they came in as the underdogs, and they really just put up a spectacular fight. And something to kind of look out for is, will Ramaz be overconfident and underprepared, or will they know that Sarachek is a whole different monster, right? When you step into the big dance, you have to be a lot more composed. There are bigger crowds even maybe than Sunday, and they're going to have to try to readjust their game plan.
Now, as opposed to Ramaz, who won the championship, Magen David wasn't so fortunate. Speak on their season a little bit.
You know, Magen David always has high expectations of themselves. They really have a winning culture. They fell a little bit short to this team, actually, Ramaz, in the quarterfinals, something that they were very disappointed about, but they're looking to come back with that sense of vengeance to try to come out on top this time and see a different result.
Well, you heard it here first. We have a great matchup on tap today. Ramaz, Magen David coming up next. You're not going to want to miss it.
My story started with a letter in the mail. I took my first steps in New York and felt the energy all around me.
I connected with my Rebbe on the first day of Shir.
My story was learning that the mitochondria is more than just the powerhouse of the cell.
I made my painting from scratch, like really from scratch.
My roommates came here from 4 different countries. We lit one menorah together.
My story was practice every night.
Chavruta every night.
Subway rides, city lights.
In my story, my name was in the headlines.
The bylines.
The University Museum.
My story was my internship at the Supreme Court.
Dancing with the Israeli flag in Times Square.
My story was participating in the only hackathon, not on Shabbat.
The Career Center found me my first job at a top business analytics firm.
My story was becoming best friends with my chavruta.
And holding that NCAA trophy.
My story started here.
My story is just beginning.
Step It Up is not your typical basketball camp. We produce unbelievable results. You will get better here. You will get better as a person. You will get better as a player. That's the Step It Up way.
Hello and welcome back to the Max Stone Athletic Center for today's matchup between the Ramaz Rams and the Magen David Warriors. Once again, I'm Charlie Bentham alongside me, Akiva Erbam, and right now we're going to go straight to the starting lineups. The starting lineups are sponsored by the Yeshiva University Office of Admissions. As you start your college journey, make sure you visit us online to check out all the great events and opportunities we have for YU students. Here we go. So for the Magen David Warriors, starting five are as follows: David Sikal, Ali Dweck, Albert Mosseri, Joseph Cohen, and Asher Melamed. Who on this team do we have to look out for?
I think it's worth noting that Ali Dweck, for about 4 years now, has been the backbone of this team. He's a guy who carries this team. He's the captain. He's the senior. He's really a leader on and off the court, and he's really, really difficult to stop. That's the guy I'm going to look out for on Magen David.
And for Ramaz, we have number 2, Jeremy Miller, Morris Daba, Sai Aminzadeh, Caleb Rosenfeld, and Julius Rubenstein. Who on this Ramaz team do we have to look out for today?
I think Julius Rubenstein is that guy, right? He's been the go-to guy all season long. He's not only a starter, but he's also a captain figure. They missed him for a few games, but he came back in that championship game and hit shots when it mattered most. And he's just the guy who's going to be carrying this team through the tournament, and who they're going to rely on and lean on for the big-time shots beyond the arc.
Now, it's a big game. It's a big-time matchup early in the tournament. A lot of times, better teams like Ramaz, a team that won the championship, will usually look for an easy matchup in round one, but Magen David is no easy feat to beat here in a mid-afternoon game on a Thursday.
Absolutely, Charlie. You make a very good point. Magen has a lot of motivation going into this game to beat this team, right? They want this team badly. They want revenge for the result that they didn't necessarily want earlier in the season, but this is a game that Magen David is not going to let go easily.
Players exchanging high fives before the game. Sportsmanship, such a vital part of this tournament here.
I think Rosenfeld, the big man, actually shaved for the occasion. I remember during the championship he had that beard, and it might have just helped him win the tip.
Ramaz wearing the white, Magen wearing the blue. Basketball here in YU as Daba has it at the top of the key. Rosenfeld gets the ball tipped away. It's going to be staying with the Rams.
The Rams are going to look to get some early offense this time, unlike they were able to do the other day in the championship. They got to be able to score early.
Rubenstein on the wing. Looks inside to Rosenfeld. Nice pass. Finish doesn't go. Rebound is blocked by Melamed out of bounds. It's staying with the Rams. Good movement, though, early on there by Ramaz. Rubenstein finding Rosenfeld inside.
That was kind of the story the other day. Rosenfeld got a lot of very good and high percentage looks inside, but he wasn't necessarily able to finish. So he's going to look to change that today.
As Rubenstein misses the open look, Rosenfeld fights hard for the rebound. But Magen gets the ball, and they're going to bring it down the other way. So Ramaz starts 0 for 3 on that first possession. And now Magen's time to counter. Mosseri. Rosenfeld with the steal. And Ramaz looking to run the break. Good transition defense, though. A little sloppy to start the game, and Magen's coming back. Mosseri. Dweck thought about it. Cohen. That's a 2. Spots up, no good. Rebound, Julius Rubenstein.
They got the movement that they were looking for, and they got an open look. It's just about finishing now for them.
Rubenstein inside, tough take, no good. Magen's going to take it the other way. A little out of control there by Dweck. He slows it down, and they'll set up the offense. Here, a minute and a half into the game, still no score. Magen David Ramaz. Day 1 of Sarachek. It's Cohen and Dweck playing the two-man game. Dweck's going to pull a deep 3, no good. Rebound by Rosenfeld.
Ramaz looking to get into their offensive set right now, setting it up top with Sai Aminzadeh, a guy who had a lot of key shots in the championship game.
Sai takes it right, jumps, throws the ball in the air, ball stolen here by Cohen. Cohen's got Mosseri. Inside, scoop, layup, finishes. 2-0 Magen David.
Defense leading to offense. That's going to be one of the keys to this game. Being able to capitalize on those opportunities would be huge for Magen David.
Daba to side to Rubenstein. Rubenstein pumps, initiates contact, no foul call, and he misses it again. Rubenstein started off a little cold here. Mosseri at the top gives it off to Dweck. Mosseri pulls a deep three and banks it in. If it fits, it chips. 5-0 Magen.
I didn't see him call bank there, but it counts for 3 points nonetheless.
Quick start here by the underdogs. Ramaz yet to really find that rhythm offensively.
And I love that defense that Mosseri's playing, not letting Miller out of his sight.
Rubenstein to Rosenfeld. To side, Amzadeh.
Sai looking for that screen.
Takes it inside strong and finishes off glass.
Love how he shifted his body in midair there. That takes a lot of control. Very impressive take.
Ramaz now looking, Magen David looking to counter. Mosseri takes, gives it right back to Dweck, and they're going to set up the offense. Shot clock here in Sarachek. These teams aren't really used to it. Yeshiva League doesn't usually have a shot clock as that ball's rejected by Rosenfeld, and Ramaz going to look to push the other way. Rubenstein, fancy dribbling there, but they'll pull it back out to Miller.
I like how you pointed out the shot clock there. We actually heard a nugget before the game as Daba shoots and airballs a three. That Magen David was practicing with the shot clock, right? They want to get ready for that game situation, be able to replicate it in practice. So could prove it's very effective today.
It's Mosseri, it's Dweck. Nice movement here by Magen. But better defense, the ball's fought for, saved. Dweck's got it, drives baseline, tries to initiate contact, turns the ball over, and here comes Ramaz on the brink. Ooh, Sai's got that speed inside with the right.
Wow, a tough finish for Aminzadeh, but he seems to be doing that pretty consistently. They're going to want to look to get him in transition more and more as he's hitting those layups.
Dweck to Cohen. Dweck pulls a triple. Back rim, no good. Rebounds anyone's. It's going to be Magen's.
As the gym is starting to pack in with some of those other teams spectating their potential matchups in the later rounds. I like how Dweck is being very patient, not forcing shots, letting the shots come to him.
It's a rip inside.
Oh!
Rubenstein on the block. They got some tall people inside as Ramaz, and Rubenstein's going to look to push. Takes it strong, tries to finish right, can't get it to go. Rosenfeld, though, cleans up the garbage.
I mean, with that kind of height, it's almost too easy. Reaches over for the rebound and just puts it back in with that soft touch.
Shot no good. Rebound is going the other way.
That's great hustle by Dweck. It wasn't enough, and it's going down.
For Ramaz, Joseph Kaplan checks into the game. Described as the most athletic player on this team. Sai outside. Kaplan just got into the game, already has a touch. Miller from the foul line, pulls up, no good. Rebound's going back to MDY.
The crowd is already starting to play into it a little bit. Obviously, it's early morning. Tough for people to come out. But I know that the crowd the other day on Championship Sunday definitely shifted the momentum in the game and helped Ramaz achieve victory.
Absolutely, and with Sarachek, a lot of schools bring kids in, leaving school for the day, and it really influences the games because the environment really plays a big role in how these kids play. As Kaplan can't get that to go, and Magen takes the ball the other way, and they're going to slow it down again. Jack Cohen has the ball now. He just checked in for Magen. Sari. Malamed tries to finish with the left, can't get it to go. Strong rebound there by Sai. To Miller inside, tries to scoop leg, can't get it to go.
And we just saw Magen trying to work the ball through the high post, number 34, Malamed. He had that look inside, but Rosenfeld just too much.
5 seconds here in the first. No good on the shot. Rebounds fought for. It's not going to matter. That's all for the first quarter here. Ramaz up 6-5 in what was a sloppy first quarter here.
Definitely sloppy, but also it seems like these teams are pretty well matched, right? No team breaking apart early, so this game could be a good contest going forward.
We are going to now head to commercial break. Hello and welcome back to the Max Stern Athletic Center for second quarter action between Ramaz and MDY. NCSY Summer is the premier summer trip provider for Jewish teens across the world. With over 20 plus programs spanning the US, Israel, and Europe, NCSY Summer has a program for you. Visit summer.ncsy.org to learn more and choose your summer experience today. And also do not go anywhere because at halftime we're going to have the amazing Step It Up basketball camp halftime show. And you're not going to want to miss that. So the first quarter a little sloppy. What did you see there?
You know, I saw a lot of opportunities, but a lot of missed layups, unfortunately, right? They got those high percentage looks down low, and although Ramaz only had 1 point in the first quarter the other day, and now they're already up to 6, it's still considered to be a low-scoring outing so far. So they're going to look to try to, again, capitalize and finish those layups when they have the opportunities.
Mosseri on the wing. Cohen thought about a three. They're going to slow it down. 7 seconds left here on the shot clock. Cohen. They don't realize they have no time left, and that's a shot clock violation. First one of the game. The Ramaz bench erupts, applauding the defense that they just played.
Despite their shot clock violation, I like how Mosseri was being very vocal there. Right, Mosseri was on the weak side trying to direct traffic on offense. It's always good to hear a guy talking and being able to communicate with his team in that way.
And we already mentioned before about the shot clock being a new aspect of the game for these teams. And we see an effect right there. MDY not realizing that they had to put a shot up, and a missed opportunity there on the offensive end. Still a low-scoring game here. Both teams just trying to find their footing.
As you say, shot clock, I think 24 seconds, but in reality here it's 35 seconds like in college basketball. 35 seconds is a lot of time to set up your offense and get in those sets. So they should be able to get into their rhythm.
Rubenstein uses his body, fades away. Can't get it to go. Rosenfeld, though, cleans it up. Back out to Rubenstein for three. Short again. Sakal with the rebound.
And that's been a common theme with Rubenstein, right? He misses a shot, he shoots it again. He's very confident in his abilities, and he's going to keep shooting it.
Malaman inside. As he falls, can't get it to go. And back the other way goes Sai Aminzeta. Spins. Blocked there, but he doesn't care because he's going to go up with it again. Can't get it to go and takes a foul.
Wow, Sai really going with a full head of steam there. Was not going to stop for anybody.
See here on the replay. The block there by Joseph Cohen on Magen. On Ramaz, pardon me. Ball being swung around here by MDY. Quick passes. Leads to a three. No good. Rebounded by Sai, gives it up to Miller. Rubenstein. To Sai. Sai Aminzadeh takes it strong, tries to finish, can't get it to go. Miller's going to try it now, and he gets that one to fall.
Yeah, eventually, if you bang in the post enough, it's going to fall for you. So keep going after those rebounds on the offensive end, and the buckets will eventually fall.
It's Mosseri. Throws the ball away. Rubenstein cross court to Sai. Sai's going to pull a triple. Doesn't go. Rosenfeld on the rebound. Knocked away. But the Magen David player stepped out of bounds. Oh, nope, pardon me. He's calling it off Ramaz is the referee, and it's going the Magen David way.
Something to pay attention to is number 5, Kaplan, has really been a defensive presence here, right? He's closing out on shots. He has those active hands, and that could make all the difference in this kind of game.
Dweck. Melamed. Cohen to Cohen. Dweck pulls a trip. No good. Both teams struggling shooting-wise here early on. As inside, doesn't get it to go. Cohen grabs the board.
And a great contest by Dweck to not make contact with Kaplan, but rather just stay straight up, resulting in a missed layup.
It's Joseph Cohen, now Jack Cohen. Joseph and Jack play catch. Joseph, no good. Dweck, the athletic rebound, goes back up with it and finishes strong off glass.
Wow, that was a feat of athleticism by Dweck. Had the ability to go against those bigger guys and just pull down that rebound with brute strength.
Miller now to Rubenstein. Rubenstein goes left, kicks out to Miller. Side, jabs, drives, kicks out, 3 on the way, doesn't hit anything. Ball deflected out of bounds off Melamed. It's going to stay with Ramaz.
And both of these teams starting to play some very unselfish basketball. You saw some opportunities to score inside, but instead the ball was kicked out to the perimeter.
And Morris Daba is going to check back in for Ramaz here. Started the game, little stint on the bench, back in. Sai, hop, step, throws it up, can't get it to fall. And Magen's going to take it the other way.
And Daba, who just checked into the game, is someone who's really a great on-ball defender. Some say he's one of the best defenders in Yeshiva League basketball. Could make a big difference in this game.
Melamed to Jack Cohen. Finally gets one to go. Magen David retakes the lead here.
as the crowd starts to chant defense. That's been a lot of what's going on this game.
Daba doesn't look so comfortable with it. Gives it off to Rubenstein. Daba now takes it in strong. Contact, nothing called. Shot doesn't go. Ramaz still has it. Rubenstein. Nope. Melamed with the rebound. And MDY is going to take it the other way. Melamed, footwork. Throws it up and gets it to fall. Timeout, Ramaz. Magen David up 11-8. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. Do not go anywhere. Hello and welcome back to the Max Stern Athletic Center, where MDY leads the champion of the Yeshiva League Ramaz Rams by a score of 11-8. Lake Como Pizza has some of the best pizza in the Heights. Come to Como Pizza for some great pizza, pasta, salads, and even awesome breakfast options. We will be streaming the games in the store, making it a place to watch the games while you eat. An experience you can only get at Lake Como Pizza.
Absolutely. I remember my Sarachek experience going into Como was always packed, right? Lines out the door at Como, and they're always streaming those key matchups in the Sarachek games. So worthwhile to make your way over to Como.
Enough food talk. Let's get back to basketball. 2:23 to go here in the first half. Highly competitive basketball game early on here in the tournament. Daba. Rubenstein, Ramaz is going to need him to get going. Thought about a deep three. Daba's open. That's a three. That's good.
Wow. You even saw that he set his feet there, made sure that he was in the right position, and he had his shoulders squared to the basket and just hit that three with a lot of confidence.
Yeah, Joseph Kaplan, 6-man, coming off the bench. So impressive. As Dweck's going to try to answer, and he gets that one to fall.
Just returning the favor there, answering on the offensive end.
Sai. Rubenstein always looking at the hoop. Kaplan. Daba. That's going to be a travel.
And a whole lot of contact there. Daba lowering that shoulder, and he's a big boy. Like getting hit by a truck.
You're going to see the replay here. Oof. Called the travel. I didn't know if it was a travel or an offensive foul. Either way, it's Magen David ball. It's Cohen. Cohen so quick with the passing. As the ball's fought for on the ground, looks to be a jump ball.
Malama getting very frustrated. Although before that last timeout, he did have that bucket off the backboard. So it'll eventually start to work for him. But Ramaz is really up in his grill, not allowing him to have any room to operate. And it becomes very frustrating for a player who has to contend with that.
Reminder, we have the Step It Up Basketball Camp halftime show coming up for you shortly. You're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned after the end of the second quarter here for the halftime show. Still a minute and 8 to go. A 3-point game. Possession arrow switches now to MDY as Ramaz brings it up after the jump ball.
And you see Cohen picking up Sai full court. He does not want the ball in Sai's hand because Sai's a guy who can create baskets on his own. See with that crossover, shifty move.
Shot doesn't go. Rebound on the ground. Foul's going to be called on Caleb Rosenfeld.
And that's great hustle by Dweck. Again, Dweck's a guy that we talked about before the game, really being the backbone of this team. Right? He really wants this more than anyone, perhaps.
Nine-second differential shot in game clock as Cohen's going to pull a deep triple, doesn't get it to fall. And Dab is going to bring it the other way. Dab to Rubenstein. Sai takes it, scoop with the wrong hand, finishes off glass.
I mean, that was high-level basketball. You saw him do the jab step to the opposite side, shift his defender a little bit, and then get the finish with the opposite hand. Very, very impressive stuff from Sai Minzadeh.
Cohen a three again. Oh, he gets this one to fall with 2 seconds left. Half-court heave, nowhere close. It's halftime. It's MDY up 17-13 on Ramaz, and we're going to send it down to the sideline reporter, S.J. Tannenbaum, who's standing by with the coach of MDY. S.J., take it away.
Thanks, guys. I'm standing here with Mr. Benny Mann, the head coach of this Magen David Yeshiva Warriors team. Coach, what have you seen so far that you've liked? Obviously, your team is up by 4 going into the half. What have you seen that you've liked so far?
They're communicating on defense, they're moving the ball on offense, and they're playing together. They're not giving up, and they're playing with heart out there. The score is up by 4, but we still have another 16 minutes. So Ramaz is a great team, defending champs. We can't give up on defending champs.
On that point, what is the mindset going into this game? Obviously, you're facing the defending champions in the first round. What is your guys' mindset going up against this tough opponent?
Well, we played them in the quarterfinals. We had them for 30 minutes, and we lost within the last 2 minutes. So that's one of that. And another thing is, we don't want to wake up at 6 in the morning tomorrow to play at the ABC at 9 a.m.
Here with Mr. Benny Mann, head coach of the Magen David Yeshiva Warriors. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, SJ. Thank you, Coach. We're going to send it to a quick commercial break, but do not go anywhere. We will be right back.
Step It Up is not your typical basketball camp. We produce unbelievable results. You will get better here. You will get better as a person. You will get better as a player. That's the Step It Up way.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back into the Max Stone Athletic Center. This is the Step It Up Basketball Camp halftime show. We've got big news. We are excited to announce that Camp Step It Up is moving to Hobart College in Geneva, New York for summer 2020. Camp will start on June 22nd and end on August 3rd. Hobart is located just 4.5 hours north of New York City, and busing will be offered to camp from New York City and Teaneck every single week. Camp is open to all boys and girls grades 3 to 12, with 1 to 6 week options available. Gorgeous campus facilities include air-conditioned rooms, indoor basketball courts, a weight room, a lakefront, and a beachfront on and near campus, lounges, and more. For more information, email office@campstepitup.com or visit timetostepitup.com. That first half was entertaining. Not a lot of scoring, but aggressive, good play on both ends.
Absolutely, Charlie. The main takeaway that I would have from that half is the scoreboard right now. Right? A lot of people are saying, well, Ramaz won the championship the other day. They're expected to be winning right now, but that is not the case. Magen David really making a statement and making a push to try to pull off this upset.
Listen, Ramaz said, and we said at the outset of the game, that Ramaz felt like the underdog the whole entire year. And now they won the championship. They may not be the underdog anymore. And you can see it in their play a little bit.
Oh, 100%. I think that they might be a little lax right now because they just came off of a victory. Maybe they already tasted that sweetness, don't need it as much now. But if they want any shot of winning Sarachek, then they got to channel that inner fire and start to put on more of a show here.
And from the Magen David perspective, playing so well, playing so aggressively, they move the ball well on offense. They've been trying to work it inside, but that's just not going to work today, is it?
I don't think so. I think most of their points are coming from the outside, right? They're looking to be pushing in transition, but a lot of times Ramaz is getting back on the defensive end. So the Warriors are going to have to set up in the half court, maybe try to work it through the high post, but if he's not getting his shots inside, they're going to want to kick it out to those excellent three-point shooters who have been hitting their shots thus far.
Something cool to note here with the Sarachek tournament is that so many different teams come and watch other teams' games. It's a real feeling of community. And you just see friends rooting for friends, even if they're not on the same team. And these two teams have been putting on a show for all the fans out here.
100%. I think we're all brothers at the end of the day. I'm actually going on the Sarachek Shabbaton this weekend. Looking forward to see how that's going to go. I think that there are going to be a lot of interesting social dynamics. But at the end of the day, we're all friends. We're all Jews. We're all one people. And it's really inspiring to see the sense of camaraderie being cultivated.
All right, we're now going to send it down to our sideline reporter, S.J. Tannenbaum, standing by with the head coach of Ramaz. S.J.?
Thank you very much, Charlie. Standing here with Mr. Scott Ferguson, the head coach of the Ramaz Rams basketball team. Coach, obviously you guys are playing well, but down by 4 going into the second half. What do you think needs to improve for your team?
We need to move the ball a lot better. You know, we're very stagnant right now on offense, and we're not getting good movement. I think you know, if we can learn to cut and pass with purpose, more purpose, use our screens, and get easier shots, then we can start to open things up in the second half. But credit to them, they're really doing a great job in their team defense, just really plugging the middle and making shots difficult for us.
Coming into this game, you guys are obviously the recent Yeshiva League basketball champions. Are you guys changing anything going into the Sarachek tournament, or are you going to keep things the same because you just had the success?
No, listen, we're going to stay true to course. You know, this is March. We've been going since September. You know, the defense has been the staple for us all year. We'll stay with that, you know, in our defensive principles. And, you know, throughout this game and the rest of the tournament, we'll just go with that.
Here with Mr. Scott Ferguson, head coach of the Ramaz Rams. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, SJ. Thank you, Coach Ferguson. Ramaz has a bit of a mountain to climb here. Not a mountain, more of an anthill to climb. A small hill.
A Har Sinai.
Down 4 going into the second half. Just want to give a couple of shout-outs to Tatis fam. They know who they are, and Ben Surlowitz, who actually just won the Frisch Hockey Championship for the Yeshiva League, the varsity championship. Very exciting for him. A lot of people watching these games. Sarachek, such a high-intensity tournament. People really enjoy tuning in and following all the action. But we're just about ready for second half hoops here from the Max Stone Athletic Center.
I had the unique perspective of being in some of those sideline huddles when the championship took place, and all I could say about Coach Ferguson is he is a class act. He's someone who's always smiling, always encouraging his guys, even when the tough gets going. And Coach Ferguson just always staying very composed and making sure that his players know that he's there for them.
High school coach is so important to the development of young players looking to move on in life, whether it be in basketball or outside of the game. Having a coach as a role model.
Yes. All I remember from my coaches are the core values that they instilled in me. I don't really remember the playbook so much.
Well, that's why you're not on the YU team.
That's right. I've never amounted to anything.
I wouldn't say that.
in the sense of basketball.
In the sense of basketball. I agree with you on that, actually.
Intramural team is not doing great right now,
really?
Unfortunately. Yeah, we need a big push towards the end of the season.
And MDY, it looks like there's a little team huddle there just before the game, before the half, pardon me. Getting ready to try to pull off the upset. And Ramaz does not look too nervous, though. Smiling, laughing, getting ready for second half action here on day one of the Sarachek tournament.
Yeah, you're pointing out those facial expressions. All I see from MDY right now is that serious look, that look of purpose. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not Ramaz's confidence comes to bite them or it comes as a success for them.
Having a couple issues here with the clock. That's what's holding up play here. Clock's now has been reset. They're going to have to fix that. Both teams ready to go, though. Both teams struggled shooting, especially from behind the three-point line in the first half. What's it usually take to get that going?
I mean, you got to just keep shooting sometimes, right? We all know that some of these kids can shoot the ball at a very high percentage. But if they get down on themselves after missing those shots, they're never going to hit them. So, you know what they say, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. You got to just keep shooting.
Pretty sure that was Michael Scott who said that.
Thank you for sourcing me on that.
Dweck, and just as we said, butter.
Right on cue. Dweck delivering from beyond the arc.
Jeremy Miller now going to bring up the ball for Ramaz. Quick start by Magen. SCR looking to counter. Sai, he's been the best player on Ramaz so far. Goes up with the right. Does not finish. Rebound by MDY.
Sakal just saying, get off of me. Making sure to protect that ball and get it to his point guard to go the other way.
It's Jack Cohen. It's Dweck. Melamed puts it on the ground. He's going to have to stop doing that.
And we talked about Daba's defense coming over to help Rosenfeld down low. That help defense has resulted in a lot of turnovers so far and is swaying the game in a major way.
Dweck, another triple. This one doesn't go. Rebound blocked by Caleb Rosenfeld.
I think they got to fix that net over there. That might have been the reason that the shot for Dweck did not fall. So someone's got to do something about that.
Sai to Rubenstein. Sai kicks out. It's Daba for three. Misses everything. And the other way comes Joe Cohen.
Smart, high basketball IQ play by Cohen. He saw that he didn't have the numbers and he pulled it back up to get into that set offense.
Melamed to Sakal. Dweck to Sakal, who's going to pull up. That's no good. Rebound Melamed. Rosenfeld another block, and this is getting out of hand. Rubenstein. Cross court, active hands by Melamed, who shows his frustration by smacking the wall. But good transition defense there by MDY. It will be Ramaz ball.
Look, if it's not working on the offensive end, you got to make up for it in defense. Melamed with that key hustle play to prevent the basket for Ramaz.
Interesting to note, there have been no foul shots yet this game. Not for lack of tough drives, but defense has been stellar for both teams here.
Yup. All adds into the fast-moving pace of this game. It is flying by.
Sai takes it up. No good. Rebound deflects off MDY. It's going to stay here with Ramaz.
Great defense by MDY to not fall for that pump fake of Sai, right? Usually a person will jump and Sai will draw the foul, but they made sure to stay on the ground.
Miller inside, absolutely not, says Malamed, and here come MDY with Cohen to Jack Cohen. They slow it down. They really like setting up this half-court offense. Trying to tear apart this 2-3 defense Ramaz is in. Joseph Cohen to Jack Cohen, pulls a three, hits the side of the backboard. Rebound, oh, it's going to be Dabo on the other end. Goes up strong, can't get it to fall. There's going to be a foul called, though.
And it looks like the intensity of this game is only picking up. A lot more people packing into the gym, a lot more transition basketball, and I'm excited for the remainder of this game and what it has in store for us.
We would like to thank Dougie's for being a proud Max Live sponsor. For the best barbecue and grill in Teaneck, make your way to Dougie's. Go to Dougie'sBarbecue.com to order. The link is in the description of this video.
I've been paying attention to Daba's facial expressions. Daba looks very upset with himself. He missed that three pretty widely earlier, missed that first free throw. Daba just has to stay confident in his abilities, and it will help him see a lot more success.
Rosenfeld on the board, gives it out to Rubenstein. No good. And these shots for both teams aren't that close.
It's rare to see Rubenstein miss in that fashion. Usually he'll front rim it or he'll go in and out, but Rubenstein with a clear miss there.
Sakal. Jack Cohen. Joseph at the top. Crosses, drives, goes up and finishes.
Oh my. That was an athletic finish as well. Going to the left side and finishing with the right. And Cohen is locked in right now, showing his defensive intensity.
Sai. He's going to pull up for triple. No good. Rebounded by Sakal.
I couldn't tell on that closeout whether or not there was contact made, but Sai fell to the floor.
MDY up 11. Timeout. Ramaz and MDY starting to believe. We're going to send it to a quick commercial break. Do not go anywhere. Hello and welcome back into the Max Stone Athletic Center. 3:52 to go here in the third quarter. MDY up on Ramaz by a score 24-13. We'd like to thank Chopsticks for being a proud Max Live sponsor. For the best Chinese food in Teaneck, you got to go to Chopsticks. Head to chopsticksusa.com to order online. Again, that's chopsticksusa.com. The link is in the description of this video. MDY brought the intensity out of the second half, and we've seen it on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, they have a commanding 9-point lead right now, but we all know that Ramaz doesn't get fazed by those big leads at the end of the game. They're fully capable of climbing their way back in, but they have to take the necessary steps to do so.
Rubenstein. Open for three. Off the back rim. Long rebound. Sai grabs it. Miller steps inside of the three-point arc and hits it.
And we've seen 2 buckets in a row on both ends of the floor that have been mid-range jump shots. It's rare to come by in today's day and age with all of the three-point shots that are taking place as a result of players like Steph Curry, but it's good to see people going back to the old school fundamental mid-range shot.
Melamed is fouled. You're going to see the replay here. Takes it in strong, tries to finish underneath. He'll go to the charity stripe for a couple. Jeremy Miller, though, on the other end, the floor general for Ramaz. I'd like to see him start shooting a little more often. He's gotten some open opportunities, a little hesitant to pull, and he does there, and nothing but net. As the first free throw is missed by Melamed.
He hits the second, being very composed the whole way through, taking his time, taking his breath, and hitting that shot with confidence.
MDY in a press, speeds up Ramaz, and they get a steal. And they'll slow it down now on the offensive end.
You know, every time that it's looked like Ramaz is going to make that push, Magen David has responded and made sure that did not happen.
This is good passing. Sakala inside, blocked from behind by Sai Aminzadeh.
Sai Aminzadeh has proven to be a jack of all trades. He could do just about everything on the floor, and he could do it well, showing off his skill set here.
Melamed inside strong. Finishes.
Wow. Major turnaround in this game for Melamed. Struggled a lot in the first half, but really coming into his own in the second.
Rubenstein, English gets it to fall.
It's an impressive lefty finish from Rubenstein.
A little sloppy, and Rubenstein's going to bring it the other way. To Miller. Outside to side, pulls a triple. No good. Rebound staying here off Dweck.
Dweck had that opportunity to keep it in bounds, but it looked like it slipped out of his hands. So Ramaz is going to have the ability to inbound below the basket.
Timeout here by Ramaz. We're going to send it to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Welcome back to MDY versus Ramaz in the afternoon here on the first day of Sarachek. Want to receive Sarachek news and updates and get closed games alerts? Join our WhatsApp group. The link is in the description of this YouTube video. Miller again. This one doesn't go. Melamed. High off glass, doesn't fall. Rebound off Ramaz, staying with Magen David.
And this is becoming a big man battle. You see a lot of tension down low. Melamed really just trying to go at Rubenstein, or Rosenfeld for that matter.
From behind the arc, off back rim. Back out, Dweck. Slows it down. MDY really trying to slow the pace of this game, ensure that Ramaz can't go out on the break. Ball's on the ground, out of bounds once again. things getting a little sloppy on this offensive possession for Magen David.
And 10 points may seem like a comfortable lead at first glance, but when you know Ramaz, you know that it ain't over till it's over. So Magen may want to build that lead even more than they already have.
Joseph Cohen with 10 now on the shot clock. Jack Cohen from downtown misses. Rebound's going to be pushed. It's Daba, it's Rubenstein. Rubenstein calls for a screen. He's not going to use it. Now he's going to use it the other way. Daba, a little out of control. Out of bounds, turns the ball over. Daba shows that frustration. And it's going the MDY way.
And Rubenstein has some words for his teammates. He's calling out his own screens. He wants to make sure that he can penetrate the lane to the best of his ability, so he needs his teammates to step up and space the floor and help him.
Joseph Cohen. Dweck with 10 on the shot clock. Jack Cohen, Joseph Cohen. Sakal off one leg, a little out of control. Had to get it up before the shot clock ran out. Doesn't fall, and Ramaz has 9 seconds to operate. Miller thought about the three, now takes it in strong. Underneath scoop layup, does not fall. Rebound fought for, and that's going to do it here at the end of the third quarter. MDY up 10. Quick commercial break. We got fourth quarter action coming for you next.
My story started with a letter in the mail. I took my first steps in New York and felt the energy all around me.
I connected with my Rebbe on the first day of Shir.
My story was learning that the mitochondria is more than just the powerhouse of the cell.
I made my painting from scratch, like really from scratch.
My roommates came here from 4 different countries. We lit one menorah together.
My story was practice every night.
Chavruta every night.
Subway rides, city lights.
In my story, my name was in the headlines.
The bylines.
The University Museum.
My story was my internship at the Supreme Court.
Dancing with the Israeli flag in Times Square.
My story was participating in the only hackathon, not on Shabbat.
The Career Center found me my first job at a top business analytics firm.
My story was becoming best friends with my chavruta.
And holding that NCAA trophy.
My story started here.
My story is just beginning.
Welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center for fourth quarter action between MDY and Ramaz. MDY up 10 points here in what has been a pretty sloppy game by and by, but still 8 minutes to right the ship for Ramaz, and MDY just looking to hang on here.
Yeah, the key to maintaining this lead for MDY is to just avoid making those mental errors at all costs, right? Ramaz is looking to turn on the jets right now and really push and find a lot of momentum. So MDY just has to stay locked in on the goal.
Rubenstein calling for a screen. Drives it right baseline, 2 steps at the Daba, pumps a three. Now Rubenstein's going to pull it off front rim, a little short. Rebounds in the hands of Dweck now. He gives it up. And an empty possession there for Ramaz. Can ill afford many more of those.
Daba giving a little extra over there on that rebound. Giving a little shove and showing we're going to come out aggressive in this fourth quarter.
Jack Cohen never hesitates to let it fly. Swings it around to Dweck. Dweck's from way downtown, nope. Rebounded by Sai, looking to push. Sai, 2 steps, up strong, no, says Malamed.
Just erases that shot by Sai, but Sai shoots right back up and is ready to go on the inbound play.
Sai, good job of putting his head down and getting to the hoop. Got blocked, can't be scared of that. Rubenstein spins. Can't finish with the right. Rebound by MDY.
That's a great display of footwork by Rubenstein, but he couldn't get it to fall.
Malame with Rosenfeld on him, gives it off to Dweck. Cohen from the foul line, extended, bottom. 12-point game.
I don't want to jinx anything, but this game looks like it might be slipping away from Ramaz if they don't make a major push here.
Miller from 3. That's good. Single digits. And he lets the people know how many points that was.
Miller coming up big when it mattered most.
Dweck, Ramaz in a press. Gonna force MDY to use a timeout. We're gonna go to a commercial break. 9-point game here in the fourth quarter. You're not gonna wanna miss the finish to this one. Hello and welcome back to fourth quarter action here in round 1 of the Sarachek tournament. 5:58 to go on the clock. MDY up 9 on the Yeshiva League champ Ramaz Rams. What's it going to take here for Ramaz down the stretch to mount a comeback?
I mean, they got to just do the same thing that they always do, and that's make that final push. Look to get those tip balls that lead into a transition offense, finish on the other end, and rely on Saya Minzadeh and Julius Rubenstein to hit the shots in those clutch situations.
They're going to have to get going quick. They're still in this press. Dweck, dangerous pass, but it gets it through. Pull up Jimmy, Jack, bottom.
Wow. And one thing that I wanted to point out was that timeout call by Dweck, showing that veteran leadership, right? Ramaz had that big bucket, and Dweck wanted to put a stop to that momentum, so he called the timeout in the right time. Only a veteran leader could do something like that and have that foresight.
Blocking foul there on MDY. Ramaz coach barking out orders on the play. He wants to run out of this inbounds. Still a little bit of confusion now. Rubenstein to side. Turns the corner. Pumps. Dabo 3. That one falls. Smart play there. Sakal grabs it and inbounds it. Dweck. Doubled. Gets it to Cohen. They cross the timeline. Cohen doubled. Rubenstein with the steal. Pardon me, that side spins a little out of control. That's going to be steps.
Sai visibly upset with that travel call, but the smothering defense of Ramaz really did not allow for Magen David to have any breathing room. And that might be a major factor leading into this finishing point of the fourth quarter.
Breaking a press must be something that both teams have worked on. MDY now going to have to put it into use. Dweck to Joseph Cohen. They're going to slow this pace down.
Magen always seeming to favor that right side on the press break, getting it past half court and then passing it to the right to try to operate from there.
Steal, and here comes Rubenstein. One man to beat, goes up strong and gets it to go. Timeout, MDY. We got ourselves a 6-point ball game.
Action is picking up. You do not want to miss the end of this game. This could turn out to be a wild finish in these first few games of the Sarachek tournament.
Just want to take a moment to thank everyone who's working on this game behind the scenes. We have producer Ari Shop, director Akiva Poppers, the legend, associate director Andrew Jacobson. Tech operations are run by Aaron Trarick. Cameras are ran by Solly Sussman, Zach Wild, Aaron Chargan, Ezra Jacobs. Stats are taken by Ben Kornblum and Yosef Silver, and graphics are done by Moshe Nasser. Without these people, this broadcast would not be possible. We give them big thanks.
It's just incredible to see how much goes into running an operation of this magnitude. All of the people involved, I know sitting in on the meetings, that it's not just two guys in a booth announcing. It's really a whole team coming together and working on every single aspect of what it takes to make this possible. So thank you to all of them.
6-point game, 4.5 left. Ramaz making a run right now. Cohen over the timeline to Jack Cohen. Pulls a triple, no good. Rebound Rosenfeld.
It looks like he might have gotten fouled, but no call there. The ref's going to let him play.
Sai rips, gets fouled. That's going to be a blocking call on Dweck, who exchanges a couple words with Jack Cohen, asking him why he took that shot so early in the shot clock.
And the notorious Ramaz faithful are really getting into it now.
Took them a little while to get here.
Oh, they're here. They're here now.
Traffic in New York City.
Can never beat it.
But it's crunch time. It's Rubenstein on the drive. Foul.
Oh, the ref makes such a controversial call there. Julius Rubenstein really wanted that one. That could have shifted everything in this game. And the ref says no. Travel called on that play.
Second time, that was actually travel as well. That travel call on Rubenstein, though, looked more like an offensive foul. The second time where I've thought an offensive foul has been called a travel. We're going to see the travel, though, by MDY here.
I hear where you're coming from, but they are calling it both ways. You can't say they're not. 2 travel calls in a row on both Magen David and Ramaz.
Rubenstein takes it strong, fouled. Ball doesn't go in, but he'll go to the line for a couple. Ramaz beginning to gain that confidence here with 3:46 left. Rubenstein's going to the line. Every single other player went to their coaches. Not a timeout, though.
And Rubenstein looks like he is made for this moment. He is made for this fourth quarter, and he's stepping up when it matters the most.
First one falls. Rubenstein, most dynamic player on this Ramaz Rams team, has struggled a little early on, but seems to be getting things to go here down the stretch. Second free throw, off the back rim, rebound by Dweck, who wears a little bit of contact and now is going to look to pass the timeline. And they will. Jack Cohen underneath. Dweck thought about a mid-ranger, but they're going to slow it down as MDY. Joseph Cohen, the floor general, gets it.
And that pump fake had Rubenstein going 5 feet in the other direction, but there was no shot as a result afterwards, as Dweck looking to set up.
5 seconds here on the shot clock. Dweck, he's going to put up a crazy 3. Air ball's nothing, and that's going to be a shot clock violation because possession wasn't changed before the shot clock ran out.
That prayer by Dweck is not what you're looking to do in these final minutes of the game. You're looking to get some high percentage looks, and you're looking to finish them.
It's Rubenstein now. It's a 5-point game. Takes it strong left, goes up, rims out. Rosenfeld gets blocked from behind by Sakal. Big time play. Jack is fouled there. It's going to be MDY's ball. Jack Cohen.
Great awareness by Sakal to see Rosenfeld in the paint and just manage to get his hand in there to prevent that shot from even going up in the first place.
Dweck cross court to Jack Cohen. Gives it to Joseph. Joseph Cohen being doubled. He dribbles out of it. Dweck. They're looking to slow this game down, hold the ball on the shot clock. Jack Cohen, not a high percentage look, but rebound by Malamed, who gets fouled on the ground by Rubenstein. MDY is going to retain possession. Look at the replay here. See Malamed pull down that rebound with aggression. Rubenstein ends up on the floor and with the foul called on him.
if Ramaz wants any chance of climbing their way back into this game, they need to get defensive boards. You can't see a missed shot from Magen David and then an offensive board. It's just not going to work out for Ramaz if they keep letting it pass them.
Now, what do you think of the strategy really slowing down the game, MDY? Sort of hurts your look at the end of the shot clock because you a lot of times have to force it up. Wouldn't you think it'd be better for them just to get a good look?
I agree on the one hand, but on the other hand, you want to try to eat as much clock as possible. Right, it's a 5-point ball game. You still have that little lead, so it might be worthwhile to kind of use that entire shot clock and make sure the time is running out so Ramaz doesn't have enough time to make that final push. But I hear what you're saying.
Dweck to inbound the ball. Melamed puts it on the deck. Goes up with the left, no good. Rebound again, offensive board by MDY.
That's going to come back to bite Ramaz, those O boards. We keep talking about them.
Timeout MDY as Dweck was doubled in the corner. And with 2:05 left in a 5-point game, things really started to heat up here in the Max Stern Athletic Center. It's anyone's ball game.
Still very much a ball game. I wouldn't put it past either team right now to come out victorious. So coach is saying perhaps their final words to their teams before the last 2 minutes of this fourth quarter.
Stay tuned for the clipped post-game show as we will interview the star player of the game. Star player obviously yet to be determined in such a close game.
And no one has really separated themselves from their teammates. It's more of an unselfish effort here. So there are a lot of options of who could be interviewed after the game. We've yet to see, so we're going to let it play out.
Jack's doubled, throwing bows. But the foul is called on Daba.
Rubenstein not happy with the call. Did not see the contact there, but the ref thought otherwise.
Those bows are dangerous. You don't want to wear one of those. Put you out for a week. Cal to Dweck. Joseph Cohen. Dweck hits it off a Ramaz player out of bounds. Staying MDY's way. Ramaz coach respectfully places the ball down where it's going to be inbounded.
A very classy act again by Coach Ferguson.
Next game coming up next is Frisch vs. Yavne. You're not going to want to miss that. A full slate of games today in day one of Sarachek. Ball on the ground. Joseph Cohen's got it. Cohen throws the ball away, and it's going Ramaz's way. Good transition defense by the Rams.
All right, Charlie, buckle in. This is when it might all go down.
And it's Miller to Rubenstein.
Jim is starting to near 70% capacity. We all know what that means.
Rubenstein on the drive, fouled. He'll go to the line for a couple. Rubenstein putting Ramaz on his back right now down the stretch.
Trying to make out what the crowd is chanting right now. Can't really hear them. They got to be louder.
Rubenstein's first is nothing but net. For behind the scenes pictures and content you won't find anywhere else, be sure to follow @MaxLive on Instagram and Twitter. Stay updated with all the new news. Rubenstein's second to make it a one-possession game. Rims in.
Hits them both. That's what they needed.
It's a 3-point game. Ramaz back in the press. They're not putting their foot off the gas pedal. Melamed, Sakal, Jack, underneath, scoop, layup.
Wow. Using that first step and that speed to blow right by the larger defender, Rosenfeld, and make an incredible finish there on the other end.
Rubenstein to Sai. Rubenstein wants him to hurry. Sai, ball on the ground. Fought for, Ramon's got it. Timeout. MDY. 1 minute left. Heady play by Dweck.
There's that timeout call again. We know Dweck is a high IQ basketball player again. We mentioned before, veteran leader, and he calls a timeout to try to make sure that Ramaz does not get that momentum and does not get that final push.
58 seconds to go. MDY with the ball and the lead. Looking to take off. Number 7 seeded, but the champions of the Yeshiva League, Ramaz Rams.
Yeah, turning out to be a pretty exhilarating finish here. I didn't realize it was going to come to this point, but we're here.
That's why you can't look away from any game here at Sarachek. You never know what's going to happen. Both teams playing hard toward the finish.
And if you're in class right now, you should probably be paying attention to the teacher, but maybe in the corner of your eye you might be able to see this second half action in the second game of the Sarachek tournament.
Put those headphones in. You got to put those headphones in and listen
I don't
to the
know
boys.
about that. I don't know. You learn some valuable stuff in high school education, you know?
That is true.
Or college or middle school, by the way. I'm not limiting it to high school. A lot of people are watching this game right now.
A lot of people at work, maybe.
I don't even want to go there. Don't want to see anybody getting fired from their jobs as a result of the Sarachek tournament. But it could happen. We're not ruling that out.
58 seconds to go. 5-point game. Sakal to inbound it for MDY. Ramaz still in their press.
We'll have to see if the nerves are kicking in here or if both teams are just running off of sheer adrenaline.
Melamed inside. Contact. Doesn't matter. 7-point game.
Huge bucket by Melamed, and the ref letting them play. Obviously, Charlie pointing out that there was contact there.
Rubenstein a deep 3, no good. Dweck with the rebound. He's going to get fouled. High fives all around for MDY.
And is it too early to say that this one might be looking more and more like it's over?
I don't know. Ramaz has fought back before this game. I don't see why they can't do it again. Dweck on the inbounds. Fouled from behind. Ramaz doesn't love the call. I don't blame him. It's going to be a 1-1.
I'm trying to figure out whether or not that energy in the gym for that championship the other day was the power source for Ramaz. There's not much energy today from the Ramaz faithful, and Ramaz not playing with as much purpose and intensity. As Dweck is at the line, the ref's having some sort of discussion with the sideline right now.
Joseph Kaplan checks into Ramaz. Seemingly for offensive purposes. Daba, a great defender, has hit a 3.
As we see the Ramaz bench looking a little deflated now.
A thin bench, only 4 players on the bench. Small team is Ramaz. Could be tired from all the playing that they did in the playoffs in the Yeshiva League.
Fatigue could play a major factor, right? They played longer than just about anybody in that Yeshiva League season. As it's all smiles from MDY right now in the backcourt, with Cohen and Melamed staying back to make sure that Ramaz does not get any easy transition buckets.
Dweck hits them both. Timeout. Nope, pardon me, Davis checking back into the game. Everyone at MDY thought it was the timeout, came onto the court a little over-eager.
Might be time to stand up again. I think I'm going to stretch my legs for this finish.
Nine-point game. Keep on his feet.
I'm pumped right now. I'm juiced. I'm ready to go. Last 38.5 seconds to determine who advances in Tier 1. A lot on the line here.
Miller drives, goes up and is fouled. Got bailed out. That was going to be a tough finish.
Miller just going downhill, making sure to be aggressive in pursuit of the basket and getting the call that he desperately needed.
Interesting that Rosenfeld isn't in for the rebound right now. He's sitting on the bench. First shot's good.
So let's look at the situation that will play out. Miller hits his shot. It's a 7-point game. They would need 2 3-point shots. You're a math guy. You do the math for me. What are they going to need to climb their way back into this game?
It's going to start on the defensive end. It's a 7-point game right now. They're going to need 8 points to win and 7 to tie.
Could not have said it better myself, Charlie.
Foul right off the inbounds play.
As we see a lot of YU Max spectating from the sidelines. We see Ofek Reef here. Saw Ryan Terrell popping in to check on his university a little bit earlier. He's going to be here rooting for his team, Valley Torah, who is, by many people's opinions, a very heavy favorite to win this Sarachek tournament.
Free throw no good. And here come the Rams. Sai Aminzadeh goes up strong and finishes. 5-point game, timeout Ramaz. 24 seconds, and they're never out of it.
Oh, no, they're not. Sai Aminzadeh with some freakish athleticism there, able to extend his arm and finish on that right side. Do not count out this Ramaz Rams team.
It's going to come down now to free throws for MDY. Free throws and defensive stops. Free throws something that people work so hard on during the offseason, during the regular season, and it's for moments like these in the playoffs, in the tournaments.
You make a very good point, Charlie. A lot of times coaches overlook it and don't have enough time in practice to focus on those free throws. But the teams that are really able to separate themselves, especially in the fourth quarter, are the teams that really, really focus on the importance of free throws. It's a free shot at the end of the day. You don't have any defenders on you.
Not one.
Just a free shot. That's why they call it the charity stripe. This gym really starting to fill in, and the energy in this atmosphere is picking up in a major way.
Sakata inbound the basketball. 24 on the game clock. Shot clock now turned off. A man-to-man press now instituted by Ramaz. Ball gets put into Dweck. He gets fouled.
And there are those free throws that we talked about coming up.
Dweck hit both before. A good free throw shooter.
Not the guy you want to foul right now. Dweck always saying composed and level-headed. Knows when it's time to take a quick breath. And he's going to try to hit both of these free throws to make it a 6-point game.
First shot rolls around the rim and falls.
Dweck smiling on that one. Knew that that wasn't the ideal shot, but it went in and it counts the same.
Second shot. That's good. 7-point game. Big free throws by Dweck.
Could be the icing on the cake here.
Miller to Daba. Daba takes it. He's got an open lane. Finishes underneath. Timeout again. Ramaz. 13 seconds. Ramaz smartly calling timeouts to stop that clock after the shot goes in.
Yeah, I think they wanted to avoid fouling there. Just let him walk right to the basket and finish on that left side. Easy bucket over there for Daba.
And if you're Ramaz now, you gotta hope that Magen David starts to miss these free throws. I would not foul Dweck if I were them. Double him off the inbounds. Anyone else?
Double him and just basically foul anybody else. I mean, I'm sure a lot of players on Magen are fully capable of hitting their free throws, but Dweck is the guy who hits them the most consistently, and Ramaz really has to do a lot in this last 13 seconds to try to sway the game in the other direction and try to go for the rare feat of not only winning the Yeshiva League Championship, but also going for the Sarachek Championship as well. Hard to come by these days. Here it is, the moment of truth.
Dweck's got it. Ooh, goes to Jack Cohen, who gets fouled.
A nifty little handoff there by Dweck. Managed to get the ball out of his hands.
Ali Dweck leads MDY with 12 points.
The main thing to focus on for Magen David here is just do not turn the ball over. That's the last thing you want to do right now. Just keep the ball in your hands, in your possession, and Ramaz will have to foul and send you to the free throw line.
Jack Cohen. First shot of 2. Rims out.
Dweck showing Cohen that encouragement. Said, you're going to hit the second one, bud. And he was right.
6-point game. Rams need a couple threes. Miller pulls from deep. No good. Rebound Cohen. And that'll do it. Down go the Rams. MDY. The first round upset.
Wow.
MDY wins by final score of 40-34. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We got the clipped post-game show, coming up next.
My story started with a letter in the mail. I took my first steps to New York and felt the energy all around me.
I connected with my Rebbe on the first day of Shir.
My story was learning that the mitochondria is more than just the powerhouse of the cell.
I made my painting from scratch. Like, really from scratch.
My roommates came here from 4 different countries. We lit one menorah together.
My story was practice every night.
Chavruta every night.
Subway rides, city lights.
In my story, my name was in the headlines.
The bylines.
The University Museum.
My story was my internship at the Supreme Court.
Dancing with the Israeli flag in Times Square.
My story was participating in the only hackathon, not on Shabbat.
The Career Center found me my first job at a top business analytics firm.
My story was becoming best friends with my chavrita.
And holding that NCAA trophy.
My story started here.
My story is just beginning.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back into the Max Stern Athletic Center, where the Magen David Warriors have just taken down the Ramaz Rams. We are now going to send it to the Clipped post-game show. Clipped, proud sponsor of 2021 MLB draft pick Ellie Kligman. Show who you are, no compromise. So let's send it down to our sideline reporter, Ashton Tannenbaum, standing by with Ali Dweck and Asher Melamed.
Thanks, guys, so much. Standing here with Mr. Ali Dweck and Asher Melamed. Dweck 12 points, Melamed 9 points. Guys, how does it feel to start off Sarachek knocking off the defending Yeshiva League basketball champions?
It feels great since they eliminated us. But again, we're a team. We're always a team. We win as a team. Lost as a team, and we came back. We fought. We took their punches. And yeah, we just kept fighting.
Wow, it's a great experience. Everybody in this gym, it's a great feeling to win. You know, they just won the championship. They're a very good team, but we fought hard and we got the win, so that's all that matters.
What was your guys' process going into this game? Obviously, as stars of the game, what were you guys telling yourselves? What was your mindset coming into this game?
It's all about the defense. It's all about defense and rebounding. We knew if we D'd up and we rebounded, we were going to win that game easy.
We just came in. We lost them, so it's already fueling the fire. And that's the first game. It's either wake up tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. and go to TABC, or have a game at 2 p.m. here. So it's a clear choice.
Your coach mentioned that same point about not wanting to wake up at TABC. Thank God you guys don't have to. Ali Dweck, Asher Melamed, stars of the game. Good luck for the rest of the tournament. Back to you guys in the booth.
Thank you, SJ. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Again, final score, Magen David takes down Ramaz by a score of 40-34. Coming up next, we're going to have Frisch vs. Yavne. You're not going to want to miss it. For Akiva Erbaum, I'm Charlie Bentheim. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good one.